Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So, you knew it was coming. And I'm not talking Curious George t-shirts and chicken nuggies. But our Schumacher Cougar got some upgrades in today. Couldn't wait to toss these on. So, did get our chassis sniffer kit. We've had our alloy battery posts. I did have to order the spacers, so these spacers are U7985 in order to space these up to get the LiPo underneath and give it, the stock kit height, and then the chassis stiffener or rear brace stiffener kit, rear chassis stiffener kit U8975 came in today. So again, excellent service from Schumacher. Came in, everything was correct, and mounted this right up to our Cougar. So it's definitely improved. Like there's like no chassis flex in there. So we've eliminated that. So I'm pretty happy. Going over some of them big jumps. Might need that here come vintage race weekend on the 17th. So has the nice carbon fiber battery strap on the top and the support brace, along with carbon fiber on the back, kind of a carbon fiber plate and mount in there. Loctated everything in, adjusted our rod, so that's perfect. And then I've turned the post around. I've had the post around anyway, but the reason I did this was because then it wasn't relying, I guess, on it gave the carbon fiber kind of a bigger area to grasp into, if that makes sense. Like just kind of coming around the battery posts here. I didn't want them just pushing on the post. I wanted them pushing them all kind of with the full support of the battery. So I think that's how it's supposed to work, but that's how I had it before, and just kind of lifts like that. Get your LiPo in and out, move it back, and then just slide her up. So yeah, I am excited that we got this in, and like I said, should be a worthwhile upgrade on the old Cougar here. So like I said, we want to give every car a fair shot at the vintage race here on the 17th. So with the big jump on at MHOR, and we got to have a little extra insurance, stiffen that chassis a little bit up, and I think we're going to be just fine. Along with the other cars, like I said, if our double X made it, that fragile thing, I think we'll be fine with everything else. So got this in there, and yeah, looks great. Some good rigidity there. So the Cougar is finished. Did get some spare parts, front hub carrier, stuff like that, some extra ball cups. So we have plenty of spares just in case something should happen at the vintage race. So we will hope that doesn't happen, but yeah, got our carbon steering arm in there as well. So that's in there. Kind of went through the steering, and that seems good to go. Our new purple servo arm in there as well. So that's good. Yeah, I think we're in good shape on the Cougar. So just wanted to get those optional parts in there, and like I said, give the Cougar all the chance in the world to take that vintage crown. But our Losi, I'm trying to think. I think wheels and tires are coming in, and that's about it on that thing. And bearings. So are waiting on some bearings on that. And then did get our Go Fast Hobbies order in. So got some extra CVDs for the RC10s, as well as kind of the Unilink in the middle. Still waiting on my Jace Concepts order to ship, and I ordered that like over a week ago, and it hasn't even shipped out. So I will have to check on that tomorrow. And all that was wheels and like I said, the steering kit. So hopefully they didn't run out of the steering kit and I got one, but I'll check on that order tomorrow as well, because we need that for the vintage race for sure. So Cougar is done. B3 is done. For the most part, the fan graphite's done. I really don't need to upgrade the steering, but I just want to. And then the Losi is probably got the biggest task left as far as getting that ready for the vintage race on the 17th, switching out the bearings and kind of going through that. Did get, our arms in from JC Racing, a couple extra sets, trying to get some spare parts together and make sure that thing is ready to go as well. But I want to do a video on the Cougar because, like I said, not many of us in the States here seem to be running. Schumacher's tough enough as it is, but running vintage Schumacher is even a tougher thing. But I do love the Cougar. I really do like this car. I am gonna try some different stuff with this. Trying to find like a better servo mount. I like kind of like the J concepts like they use on the B7s, because I do use those on the RC10s, but I'm afraid it may or may not work or push the servo too far out. We will see. So we'll get this thing together and out on track and try to make some improvements from there. Everything else is ready to go. I just got to work on the Losi. I'll do a separate video on the Losi here to come, but wanted to get this video out there for all the Schumacher fanatics like myself that we're giving the Cougar all she's got to make a run at the glorious title of Vintage Car MHOR. And I did want to tell people, I saw a few comments on this. MHOR revised that jump because it was he was bending B7 chassis. And it's still a pretty good sized jump, but if you land the downside, your vintage cars are fine. It looks worse on camera than I think it actually is. But do like that track layout. It does produce close racing. It is a faster track, being able to turn 12 seconds on there. So we'll see, but I don't mind it at all. And a lot of people say, oh, MHOR is so small. And you got to think, guys, MHOR... The Brockmans opened up MHOR in 1986, I believe. In chat, or anyone can correct me below. But that track, an RC10 brushed stock motor would probably barely throw any dirt roost up, right? So at the time, the track was plenty big, and as the cars have gotten faster, the grip has gotten much more, right? Doing sealed clay. That's why you're seeing, 12, 13 second lap times there at MHOR is the cars have gotten so fast. I guess I kind of compare it to like MotoGP in Suzuka, right? Suzuka, great racetrack, but not a lot of runoff area and just not made for a MotoGP bike. And that's why they don't race MotoGP there. Because those bikes are simply too fast and it's kind of a safety issue. And obviously we're not inside our toy car, so not so much of a safety issue, but as the years have gone by and the technology has increased, the lap times have dropped and dropped and dropped and continue to drop on there. And like I said, even with vintage cars, we're turning some good lap times, even close to some of the modern cars, depending. So, but love MHOR. And like I said, if it wasn't here, I don't know if I'd even be into RC. So, thank you to the Brockmans for that facility. He's creating a family-friendly atmosphere, and congratulations to the Adams family for taking that over from the Brockmans and continuing the legacy on. So I do enjoy MHOR, and like I said, it is a smaller track, but it's easy to see everything. And on the video there, and they are talking about, I know Eric has talked about the next track probably won't have such a big jump, maybe a little bit more technical. A lot of us were talking about how we missed the whoops or stuff like that in there. So I think they might be bringing some old school items back there, but we will see. So again, guys, like, comment, subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next one.